And we're back in the game. Man, this is weird. Had a whole existential conversation, and then ate dinner, ate some pasta, pretty good pasta, and now I'm back here, and totally lost my momentum. And so I'm back to kind of the awkward, like, yeah, I don't know what I want to talk about now. But yeah, I don't know. I'll figure out something, I guess. This is probably the. I don't know. I guess we can talk about gardening. How about you, buddy? You like gardening? Gardening? I know you like seeds, but gardening. I am no gardener. I am. Well, I mean, as I said before, I'm bad at a lot of things. I'm bad at gardening. I'm bad at taking care of plants. I'm bad at growing plants. I'm also really bad at anything related to gardening. But plants are cool. Ooh, let's do like a oak base. I need to collect well, let's grow some seeds. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of like, yeah, I'm just bad with plants. I do have a plant in my room. It's one of those like Swiss, what do they call it? The Swiss cheese plant or something like that. It's the one with the holes. It's the plant with the holes in it. I don't know what you kids call it these days. But yeah, it's the plant with the holes in it, with the broad leaves and the holes. And yeah, it's growing okay. I used to have it by my window, but then it grew too long, so I just put it next to my computer, and I cannot tell if it's growing well or it's growing horribly, and I'm too afraid to move it and accidentally kill it because I've done that before. I can't even take care of succulents. That's how bad I am at taking care of plants. It's like, holy moly, I'm that bad at taking plants? Like, come on, dude. Go to like a gardening school or something. Is that a thing? I guess that would be botany. I have taken a botany class. It was actually in like back in high school. It was a really interesting class. It was like, we learned about the scientific of like how botany works or how plants work, and then we had our own garden outside. It was really cool. And I don't remember we even harvested anything. I think we got like some potatoes, some tiny potatoes. I don't know. It's been like, I don't know. I like to call it the Dark Ages. It's been that long ago. I don't even remember. I see that as like, I don't know. I say that like it was like ancient times. Being born is ancient times, I would say. And boy, those were the days. Those were the days of childhood. But yeah, not particularly. I don't know. Maybe if I put my mind into it, I could, I could be good at gardening. But I'm sure it's like if I put my mind into anything, making music, making art, doing animation, finances, running a business. I'm sure like anyone can put their mind into something and can really learn to do it really well. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, I like to make music. I would like to make music, but I have no kind of comprehension of it. I used to play piano when I was younger, but that skill, thanks to my laziness, I did not really practice, and eventually I just stopped learning piano. The greatest regret I've ever had in my life. Yes, not consistently playing piano. I think it would improve my kind of. It'd probably be mentally stimulating and stuff like that. I still do art, and that's pretty stimulating too. And I also, I'm making Minecraft videos now. I guess this is a thing now. This is a thing. Yeah, I guess. I mean, hey, it's episode 2. Hurrah! I have not died yet, somehow. So I guess we're just gonna continue on this crazy journey to beat the Ender Dragon somehow, or die trying, because that's what we're gonna do. Um, but yeah, I think right now it's 12:42 in the morning. But yesterday, I did have an interesting conversation where I was like asking advice, and I think the one thing that I got from that conversation that really made me realize is like, the person I was talking to is like a musician, and they're saying like, oh yeah, like just like try learning the piano or guitar. They have the most wide range of octaves, and don't worry so much about music theories or the fundamentals. Just learn the basics and like just really just start with like stuff like YouTube and like kind of learn one of those instruments, piano or guitar. And I think that the biggest key point is like worry about the music theories, because like you learn the fundamentals while learning pianos and so on and so forth. But it's like, yeah, what was interesting is like they said it's like as you learn the instrument, kind of become more experienced with music, it's like you learn you can learn music theory, and as you get more comfortable with that, and it helps obviously to kind of have kind of the understanding of like how to play a piano, which makes sense. Having the basic understanding of playing an instrument will absolutely help you understand music theory, which I mean my dumb brain did not realize. I was like, that makes so much sense. I feel so dumb. That reminds me of another thing I've learned yesterday, but I'm going on a tangent. I'll talk about that later. And I'm like, that makes so much sense. And like, I'm just like, kind of like, wow, I did not realize that. But that's really cool. And I need more wood. And it's really interesting. I think it's really, it's like, again, it's like, I think when I had that interest of like wanting to learn music theory, it's like, or not learning how to make music in general, it's like I'm so caught up with kind of the fundamentals. And the same thing with animation, same thing with writing. It's like you get so caught up with the whole like fundamentals, doing everything right. I think my mind functions in a way where it's like, there's only one right way to, or not really, there's a specific way to do it, and you have to do it this way because it's right. That's just a stupid, convoluted way of saying there's only one right way to do it. I don't know why I made it complicated. I don't know why I'm like that. I am just being stupid and just adding fluff words in this essay. I guess this is an essay now, to make me sound smart. And it's like, no, I'm not smart. Make me sound somewhat coherent and extend the commentary. So yeah, again, I'm just an idiot, so please do not like, I don't know what you would get from this commentary. I'm really I gotta stop saying dumb. I gotta stop being pessimistic about myself. I'm really naive. I think that's a better word to phrase it. I'm very naive, I would say, about a lot of things. Maybe because I'm dumb. Maybe because I am naive. Maybe because I am dumb. Or maybe it's naive. Maybe I just like talking about random stuff that does not have any like real meaning or real. There's no real structure or real. What's it called? What's the word? There's no real like. I don't have a degree in talking. That's a what? No, I don't really do the research or anything like that. I'm just talking out. I'm basically talking about out of my ass. So anything I say is therefore validly dumb. I think that's just my favorite catchphrase. I just like saying that, hey, I'm dumb. Nah, I'm not dumb. I'm just naive. So let's just leave it like that. Fuck, how do you make a compost? I have the. Oh, it's slabs, right? It's all slabs. You dummy. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, I'm a naive, clueless guy playing Minecraft. And, yeah, nothing wrong with that. There we go. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, again, it's like, yes, I don't know anything about music. I don't know anything about, I don't know anything about, like, writing or animation or any of that stuff. Like, technically I am dumb in the sense that I don't have I lack the knowledge or experience of those skills. And, I guess I like the knowledge and experience to talk out of my ass. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going on a complete tangent. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, does the stuff I talk about, is it really like, is that helping? It's not that I'm trying to be helpful. It's like, is it even interesting? Is it like plausible? That's the word. Yeah, I just went on that whole commentary tangent just to come up with a word. I almost forgot plausible. Like, is there any it makes me wonder, is like, is there any plausibility with the way how whatever I'm talking about? It's like, maybe not, I don't know. Also, I think that's part of my overthinkingness, just thinking like, I'm worried that like, someone's gonna be like, oh, that's stupid, even though I keep calling myself dumb this whole time. So I don't know. I'm shrugging right now. You can't see it or hear it, but I'm shrugging. It's like, who cares? It's not that big of a deal. Just me talking. All of this is just me talking my ass. This is literally just a video of just me being very overthinking this, and so that's very entertaining. So feel free to dislike this video because this video sucks. Because that is kind of not embarrassing. Just like, I'm embarrassed for myself. So yes, we'll leave it like that. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting. Okay, I need to actually do stuff. I guess we're just building a pink house. I guess because I'm too freaking lazy to go out and get some oak wood. Would a pink house look good? Maybe, but I don't know. I think the oak would contrast a lot better with the pink. My personal opinion, because I think if it's all pink, then it's like it becomes very like everything looks the same. It's like we need a little bit of like other colors other than just pink, like a oak wood, which I need more of. But yeah, it's really interesting, kind of like, it's really interesting. It's really interesting, yes. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Basically, I'm just saying it's really interesting. God damn it, I just had to go on a stupid tangent about like me overthinking, and now I completely forgot what I was actually talking about. It's like, bro, just stop overthinking. Anyway, music, yeah. I think it's like, it's like my overthinking this. It's like, I'm so worried about, it's the whole jar with the sand and the rocks thing I was talking about last episode, where it's like, a lot of that sand in my jar is just like me overthinking about every little thing. Am I being a really bad commentator? Commentator. Am I being a really bad I don't like how this is all like, I guess it's fine. Am I being a real... What am I talking about again? Wow, I am forgetful. Again, please dislike this video, because I am a terrible commentator. Again, it's like I'm overthinking about me being a bad commentator. I'm being a really bad commentator, or I'm overthinking about being a really bad commentator, as I'm overthinking a lot about being bad at music, or not following the fundamentals of music or writing or art or animation. And it's a mixed bag, because it's like, understanding the fundamentals is really helpful, and like, it's like it's kind of the groundwork of like being able to break those rules and kind of have a better understanding and improvement of your art, whatever that may be. Because it's like there is, you, or at least, obviously it's up to kind of, I would say it's up to the artist. Actually, don't quote me on that. Actually, maybe quote me. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm overthinking. Basically, I think they're obviously like, art is subjective. There can be bad art. There can be good art. It's also very subjective. So it's like even bad art is good art, and good art is bad art. So honestly, there's no real answer. It's all gray zone. And so realistically, I'm screwed. No, but again, it's like, it's a whole complicated can of worms. Am I following, like, is there a right way to play Minecraft? Is there a right way to draw? I mean, if we think about Minecraft, for example, it's like, is there fundamentals? Yeah, there's a fundamental of punching a tree, because you don't punch rocks, or you don't punch stone to get a pickaxe to break it. You need to punch trees to then punch stone to then punch to mine stone, not punch. You get what I mean? It's like there's a PEMDAS, like, order. There's an order of PEMDAS or something. I don't know. I suck at math. I suck at everything. But there's a whole order of PEMDAS of shit. There's a whole order of operations. That's what it's called. Oh my god. I have not taken math for over a couple of years. So yeah, order of operations. And that's the fundamental of Minecraft. You mine wood, you punch wood, you get wood, you get stone, you get tools, you get to go to the nether portal, you get enderman pearls, and then you get blaze rods, blaze power, go back to the overworld, go to the stronghold, and then beat the ender dragon. That's not exactly the fundamental. It's the order of operations, and that's how most YouTube videos are. Most Minecraft YouTube videos, like with speedruns and with survival. Some of the survivals, at least the very core basics, is just those fundamentals, and without those fundamentals you can't complete your Minecraft game. And it's the same thing with well, okay, maybe it's not the same thing. The point is that like Minecraft art is kind of like following very specific sets of not like fundamental. You're basically following fundamentals. Ooh, actually, strip wood would look much better. You're basically there are fundamentals, and with Minecraft it's a rigid rule where you have to break the tree first. Actually, no, that's not true. That's not even true. No, what am I talking about? Unless you have to break the tree first, unless you can find like a treasure chest or something that has tools for you to break stone first. But punching trees is fundamental to Minecraft, and so understanding the basics of drawing is like perspective. That is a whole long convoluted way of saying that is the most you can see how bad I am at commentary and why I overthink so much, because I'm so bad at commentary to a point where I keep going on tangents. I'm not making my point. In fact, I'm not even making my points. I'm just getting so convoluted and going on tangents on other tangents that then completely miss the point, or like it takes me forever to get back to making the actual point is there are fundamentals in the things we do, whether it's Minecraft, whether it's art, whether it's drawing. There, boom. I don't know why I am even there's probably fundamentals of commentary, like don't go in tangents. But the point I'm trying to make is I'm blanking. The point I'm trying to make is that, their understanding of fundamentals is helpful. but it doesn't always, don't always have to follow through perfectly. I think there are more than other ways to kind of you do things. There are more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to draw. There's more than one way to play Minecraft. You could start in Minecraft, you can find a village and get a stone pickaxe and completely miss the whole thing about punching a tree. And that would still be effective, because you can still beat the Ender Dragon in that method. And so that's the same thing with kind of art. Kind of. It's confusing sometimes. It's confusing to me, at least. And it's very confusing to me. But what's interesting is that okay, come on. What's interesting is sure, that's fine now. Damn it. What's interesting is that let's make an iron axe. Is that you don't always have to follow fundamentals, which is like weird, right? It's like, 1 + 1 is 2. I don't know why I made that attempted analogy. That was a terrible analogy. The point is, God, this video is gonna be terrible because it's gonna be like 50% of the videos being like, I'm really sorry for being overthinking, or like I'm talking about overthinking, or I'm the point is, and I'm blanking because I'm like right now. Every time I say the point is, I'm just like trying to think. It's like hard to like. I'm horrible at multitasking, where like I am thinking about playing, and I'm really horrible at multitasking, and like so it's like I'm kind of like thinking really hard of the next thing I'm gonna say, and then I just don't say it, and then it becomes really embarrassing. So don't mind me, or or mind me. Just do it by disliking or whatever. I don't know. Crap, I already forgot what I was talking about because I keep going on tangent, and it's actually genuinely pissing me off. I'm like, dude, just say your point and move on. Well, I know what title this video is going to be: Overthinking in Minecraft. But again, it's like, I think I overthink a lot with kind of, which makes me more intimidated with learning music, animation, and art and all that stuff. It really makes me worried that I'm going to be a bad artist or bad at these skills. Which is interesting because I find myself saying like, oh, I'm really bad at commentary. I'm really bad at these things. And it's like everyone's at one point is bad at these things, and like as long as you keep doing it, you become better and improve upon it. At least that's the theory. That's the theory. Whether that's true or not, probably is true, to be honest. But yeah, it's like you can still kind of find your own weird way of learning things. And for me it's like because I'm so afraid of doing things the wrong way, even though there kind of is no wrong way, but there is kind of a wrong way. See what I mean? It's really confusing, and it's kind of frustrating, But it's really interesting kind of like being so intimidated with learning these new skills, or at least for me it is. Maybe everyone else in the world is perfectly fine with learning a new skill and I'm just the weird one, and if that's the case, then okay, that's fine. But it's like learning a whole new skill is so daunting. I don't know anything about music. Yes, I played it when I was a kid, but I don't remember jack. Now that I'm older, because I was too lazy and just didn't practice, and that's on me, obviously. And ooh, flowers. And you know, and like, it's a shame. I wish I put in the effort, because then I don't have to go through this whole kind of debacle of trying to psych myself into learning music. And I hope one day I do take that leap and learn music. It's much more daunting to learn music than it is with writing and animation, weirdly enough. I don't know why. I guess it's different for everyone. And yeah, I'm afraid of doing things the wrong way, maybe because I don't know anything about it. But again, it's like I don't know anything about writing or writing or animation. But fun fact, I'm learning writing and animation. Okay, and to be clear, for clarification, writing in the terms of writing outlines for a show or an episode, etc. It's just kind of like a fun little hobby I'm doing for fun. But it's like, I really should look up reference of like houses. But you know what? Screw it. No, I'm doing my own thing, because we're talking about learning new skills. Well, I'm gonna learn how to build a Minecraft house on my own, because I can, and that's a terrible idea. But who cares? But it's really interesting. It's interesting in a sense of. It's interesting in a sense of. Why am I afraid of like certain things, or why am I afraid to learn certain things? Like, I'm learning how to write and I'm learning how to animate, or I'm trying to. Fun fact, it's like, yes, I'm learning how to write outlines for like short like YouTube videos and like animated shows, or not animated shows. It could be any form of media, I guess. Basically, I'm just writing for as if a show for fun. It's not really a job or anything. And then I'm also learning how to animate. I met some people recently, and they're like animation enthusiasts, and I had the opportunity to kind of like work with them and because I was able to work with them, I'm learning along the way. Like I'm helping produce a piece of like a film. I'm just worried I'm not supposed to talk about this, but it's good advertising. But yeah, and because of that, because I tried to teach myself how to do animation, and then I just completely got lazy after like a couple weeks, and like I just haven't learned. And so it's like interesting kind of working with someone, and that's helping me learn more about like not only animation but character design, stuff like that, and like the production process of making an animated film or short film. And it's really interesting. And so it's like, why, like, I'm learning a lot of new things outside of like after finishing school, and which is kind of weird because it's like that's the whole point of school. But but also it's like it's nice to learn. It's very, I guess it's very mentally stimulating to learn new things out, like even when you're beyond school, or not beyond, that's not the right, when you're done with school. I think it's really sweet to kind of keep learning. And so I'm learning well, I'm learning now not to overthink. But I'm learning a lot of kind of like animation, logo designs, and like all these really interesting stuff. It's like, it's little things like, oh, did you know that logos are more simplified because it helps retain kind of it makes it more iconic and allows the audience to, or the viewer to remember it easier. A good logo design is like drawing something from memory. It's like you draw a symbol of the apple. It's like you can draw an apple. And so it's like, it's a little tidbits like that. It's like, it's not like a whole formal, like, oh, I'm gonna take like a whole 3-hour course on how to do animation, logo design, music making, etc. It's like, it's just a little tidbit fact, and it's like, oh, that's really cool. I learned something new that's, without realizing it, subtly helps me improve kind of my skills. And same thing with a lot of things. Like I think yesterday again, it's like I learned a lot of things yesterday. Yesterday I learned. I mean, this is kind of like it was a critique I got from one of my projects where it's like, oh, this narrative I was writing was like, oh, this event happens and then this event happens and then this event happened, and I learned and like I didn't really have the time back then because I was just busy with other coursework, so I didn't really have time to fix that narrative that well, but I was thinking about it yesterday and I did some more quote unquote research. I think I just went on like Reddit. Yeah, real research. I know, right? Real research. Crazy. Um, and but they posted a link and like there's like a video of like these like show writers talking about like, hey, don't write. You write your beats on an outline and then but don't write it as like, oh, this happens and then this happens. You don't do that. We're just like, what? Or like, okay, I was like, okay, I remember my professor told me about that. That was an issue I had with my narrative. And then, I mean, I guess that's so funny. And then I continued watching the video, and they said like, instead, think of it as like, here's an event. Because of this event, or like this event happens, therefore this happens, but then this happens. And I'm like, that is so mind-blowing. And it's like it's such a little tip thing, and like, and you know, according to the writers, it took them years to figure that out. And I'm like, really? That's such a, it's like, it's crazy. It's like you think it's like the most it sounds so basic, but it's like the most groundbreaking changing thing for me. I was like, whoa. It unfortunately did make it harder to write, but it's obviously for a good reason, because it's like, you know, it's like, you know, it's like just it's just like, you know, it makes it more, you're doing it the right way. And again, it goes back to like, you know, it's not really a hard rule technically. You can completely disagree and like just do it without it, and maybe the film or story or narrative or whatever you're making is better, maybe, but maybe not. Who knows? There's no perfect way to, or there's no, everything, like, you know, everything is based on context, and like everything, like nothing's perfect. And like, even if you create, like, sometimes you gotta break rules to make masterpieces. Like, you know, Picasso, a friend who loves Picasso really taught me an important lesson of like why Picasso's work is so important, is because he broke the rules in that context. In that context of that period, Picasso began creating work, or not begin, but like was creating, but the works that got him famous, it was in a world and time where there wasn't really a lot of, you know, works that like Picasso. It was all like very like, you know, really realistic drawings, paintings, or like really like those kinds of work. I don't want to say a specific art era, because I know I'm gonna get it wrong and someone's gonna call out my bullshit. And it's like, ironically, coming from like an art student, it's like I don't know my art eras. I am horrible at history. But what's really interesting is that, like, you know, because of that context, it's like breaking the rules really made the work even more iconic with that context. Because I know there's like, you know, people nowadays like look at like a work of Picasso's, or like any sort of work that like is like, it sounds like, oh, I can easily draw this line or color this canvas in one color, and you sure can, but will you? Or at least that's what my friend told me, or someone told me, I don't know. As my friend was telling me about Picasso, and then like there's some stuff I saw online where I was like, oh, that's really interesting. And again, it's like the context. It's like, you know, there's context of why that work was created. So you could say simply, but there is a lot of thought put into it, clearly. One thing that my friend told me, it's like what made Picasso's work so, or at least something that Picasso, I don't know, someone said something that relates to Picasso. It was like something about the difficulties of drawing like you drew as a child. And there's something about that. It's like it's so freeing. It's so challenging, because like when you're a kid, you just draw whatever. You don't care about the fundamentals. You don't care about the rules, and like you just draw whatever. But as you grow older, you learn the rules and you learn the fundamentals and the quote unquote right way to do things. And maybe it is the right way to do things. Ultimately, there's no right way to do things. It's more of like what's right for you to do things. At least I like to believe. And obviously you'll get critiques and like maybe backlash of kind of like, oh, this is the wrong way to do it, or like, you know, I have issues with the way you do this, and maybe that's valid, maybe that's not valid. I don't know. The world's very complicated, and the art world in the world is complicated. But it's really interesting. It's really interesting with that context. It helps better appreciate kind of the work. Because I had no I didn't really, until I talked to my friend about it. It's like I appreciate the work, or at least I wanted to appreciate the work, because I don't want to disrespect a legend like that, and but I didn't understand why it would make the work so important. Maybe because I just didn't pay attention to art history class. To be fair though, they're very easy classes to fall asleep to. I'm just that, like, I don't know. I cannot sit still in classes, probably, for the most part. But yeah, it's very like, this is so terrible. We need to mind the other way. This is ass. This is such fucking ass. But again, it's like it's fascinating, where it's like, is there a right way to do things? Is there a wrong way to do things? And it's like it's confusing to me, especially, where it's like, am what I'm doing the right way, or ew, this is wrong. Again, what was I talking about? Yes and no. And that's what's frustrating about that answer. It's like, you know, yes and no. It's like, what? It's so it's just like, that's what makes the art world so complicated. Sometimes it's like, yes and no, and it's like, fuck. Let me like. It's not a math problem. It's not like, oh, 1 + 1 = 2. It's like 1 + 1 = 3. Wait, what? It's like, huh? What do you mean? Why is 1 + 1 = 3? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. But it works somehow? It's like, it's mind-boggling. Or, okay, maybe that's not, 1 + 1 = 11. It's like, that doesn't work, but when you think about it, you just put 1 by 1 next to each. Okay, I'm just being a fucking idiot. Ignore that. That was such a stupid analogy. I'm gonna stop myself before I make a fool of myself. But basically, it's like, it's so fascinating about with the art world, where it's like, there is no wrong way, but there is also a wrong way to do things. And it's like, what the hell? What do you mean? Maybe with art, maybe in life. I don't know. I'm just a dumb art kid. Or stop. I am a naive art kid who yearns to learn. That is stupid. I am a naive young kid. Okay, I'm not that. Okay, I'm not that naive, right? Am I naive? Okay? What's that fucking phrase? What is that fucking phrase where I've seemed to outrun wisdom? That's how I would describe myself. Yeah, yeah, we'll stick with that. I am really good at running past my wisdom. That I do not. Okay, just shut up. Just stop. This is embarrassing. This is so stupid. But Yeah, it's fascinating and it's really confusing to me. It's like, is there a right way, is there a wrong way? And it's like, who fucking knows, and like, who fucking cares? Partially, I think I think you should care about the fundamentals, but you should also care about how you want to do things. People can give you critiques, especially with art. It's because it's so subjective. It's like it allows you the capability of having that freedom of thought of like, I think this art is good in my own eyes, even if everyone else thinks it's bad, because I made it. I made the decisions that led to this artwork, and I have my reasons for it. And yeah, mainly just make stuff. It's like, who cares? Maybe there's a right way, there's a wrong way. I'm sure I'm sure. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I think I'm sure people would disagree on that notion, because there's probably a right way to do art. Sure. Maybe there's a right way to do everything. There certainly are ways. I don't know. Life is confusing sometimes. And I just spent a whole 40 minutes. It's been 40 minutes already. I just spent a whole 40 minutes confusing the hell out of myself whether or not if there's a right way or a wrong way to do things. Jeez. Well, this is certainly a wrong way to do a video. Oh my god, what the hell? This is terrible. Ugh. Oh my god. This is terrible. What am I doing? Talk about spontaneously. Jeez. I guess my point, in the end, when you skip past the 40 minutes of me talking out of my ass about random shit, the point is just make stuff and have fun with it. Because, like, honestly, maybe you're doing it the wrong way, maybe you're doing it the right way, but you're doing it your way. Because that's deep. Yo, that's so deep. I'm just deep. I'm not gonna say. I am just wise like that. Disclaimer, I am a freaking idiot, respectfully speaking. Well, I'm respectively outing myself by saying I'm an idiot. But yeah, I don't know how long is this. I'm just gonna probably just keep this video going until I get bored and want to go to sleep. I don't know, this is kind of fun, just like, talking about these things. We're talking about our feelings where we're playing hardcore Minecraft. Like, you can't go any deeper than that. Like, this is pretty deep. God, I just sound like one of those, like, middle schoolers. That's so embarrassing. Whatever. Isn't that what the meme is? It's like, freaking, I'm a middle schooler and, like, this is deep. Yeah, this is my level of content, which is so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. Please, can I just make a mistake, lose all my hearts, and just, like, end the series there? It's like, this is already episode 2. How am I living this long talking about this stuff? This is embarrassing. Yet I'm gonna upload this on YouTube, and then I'm gonna look back and be like, oh fuck, okay, well that's I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna post this on YouTube, and then I'm gonna look back and see this stupid video and be like, oh my god, I suck at Minecraft and I suck at making videos. Because it's easier to admit that I suck rather than have someone else admit that this is terrible. At least that's how I feel. That's just like, that's how it feels sometimes to me. I'm like, I can easily, like, disregard my skills with, like, the art I make, but, like, it's also tough to kind of have someone critique your work, even if it's a valid critique. It's like, there's nothing wrong with a valid critique, there's nothing wrong with feedback critiques. Like, what's interesting is, like, I'm so afraid of critiques, it's scary because it's like it's not an attack, but it's like it affects your personal connection with the work. It's like when someone else tells you that the work isn't good because of this and this reason, it hurts as an artist because it's this work is personal, and it's sad that it hurts that it's not working for whatever the reason is. And not to say that there's nothing wrong with critiques, it's that in fact it's like it's by far really important to help, because if it weren't for that, then it's like it leads to kind of, you know, a struggle between kind of like it leads to a struggle of it leads to a you know, like I mean the prequels, her the Star Wars prequel example, where it's like because no one was there to say no, it's like it became kind of what it is now. Though then again, that point is mute because it became a freaking icon years later. So that point is pretty muted. But regardless, it's like should I build a roof? This is such an ugly house, but yeah. This is such an ugly fucking house. But it's my house. My roof, my rules. So, okay, maybe that's not the best one, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, you know, if someone isn't, you become blinded by your own project and your own work, that you forget to check kind of like in reality, check with reality of like, is this project working? And if not, why? And what are opportunities to improve it and make it even better? At least that's how I would like to think about it, if I want to think about it in a more positive way. And I think that is a positive way of thinking about it. Right, I need back to the mines. We have plenty of food. And yeah. I don't have torches. Time to go back up. But yeah, there's something about, and it's like, as much as it's like getting, it's like getting your wisdom tooth pulled. It hurts like hell, but if you don't get it, removed, then like it's gonna hurt even more in the future. And so it's the same thing with like critiques, where it's like, you know, when someone points out that it's bad, it's not because it's, or when someone points out like, oh, there's an issue with the work, it's not because it's bad, it's because there's opportunities to improve it. And if you don't take those opportunities, it hurts the project more than just avoiding the issue. And that's why critiques and feedbacks are important. And that's why, like, you know, even though it's scary, that's why it's so helpful. I think for me, it's like, that's why I'm so scared of learning new things, because like it does hurt to kind of have feedback from it. What's really weird for me is like, as much as I'm afraid of it, I find myself never saying, like, if someone asks me like, would you like feedback on this? And most of the time I will say yes, even in my mind I'm like, oh no, this is gonna suck, this is gonna hurt. I still say yes, because I think in my mind it's like, I know I have to do it. I have to rip the band-aid and like learn kind of how I can improve upon it. If it weren't like, there was a major flaw in a current project I'm working on, and I didn't realize it until someone gave me that critique, and now I have the opportunity to fix it. Yes, it hurts because it means that I have to go back and rework a lot of things, and that takes more time and energy. And yes, it hurts because, like, you know, it's, you know, it questions kind of it makes myself question my ability as an artist to create cool things. And it's like, it's an endless cycle. It's like it's like, it's gonna hurt every time, and or at least for me, it's gonna hurt every time, and it's tough. Or it's tough in the sense of like, having something personal to you, so close to you, be questioned, because it's like it's kind of like, I mean, the point says so. It's like it's very personal to you. I have met some people who are like really invested with critiques. Then there's a different kind of, not tangent, because I already made my point, but it's like here's a different kind of like storyline where, or not story. Okay, no, I don't know what the right word is, but it's like here anecdote, I guess, where like, there's some people who are like they really want harsh feedbacks, and it's really interesting. Again, it's like going back to kind of like, there's no wrong way. It's like you approach it how you want to approach it. Is it helpful to get critiques and feedback? I believe so. But if you think that you don't want to get feedback, that's also fine. And there's nothing wrong with that, or there's nothing wrong in the sense it's like you're doing it your way. And you know what? You do it your way. You do you. But it's really interesting to me where it's like they want like the harshest, most brutal kind of feedback. For me, it's like I couldn't do it. I think I would be too afraid to. I'm not that bold. But it's interesting. And then there's another anecdote where it's like, always protect your work. It's like, you know when it's the right time to not get critiques and feedback and just leave it as it is. And it's so fascinating, this whole art process of critiques, this whole cycle. It's like, even choosing what feedback, or choosing how much feedback and critique you want to get, even that's part of the art, where it's like you can listen to the people that give you advice, and each of these people that give you feedback can be, the most expert, most like high class, like expert of everything or whatever, or like, just a YouTube comment or like a Reddit comment. And it's like, it's so fascinating how like you can choose how much critique you want to take in. There are people who will take as much brutal like, feedback, and do not want any compliments or anything like that. And is it something, I mean, for me, it's not the right method for me, but for them, it's like it's the right method. It works for them for whatever reason. And again, it's like it's context. It's like I don't have their context, their life experience, and like what works for them as an artist. Every artist is different, and this type of process of like being bold and being brave to like take so much harsh feedback is it works for them because of whatever the context is. For me, it's like, I think I take the critiques as you can take it, and like also remember to love your work. It's not always about critiques, or like it's not always about critiques. Fuck off. That's oh, stop. I hate dark spooky hallways. What the hell is this? This is so, god damn, that actually spooked me for the most stupidest reason. We need to get back up. I have no iron, so this is ass. Or we can just keep mining until we get to bedrock, I guess. Oh, I hate this. No, it's like 1:32 in the morning. It's 1:32 in the morning. Everyone else is asleep. I'm basically alone in my room playing Minecraft. And like it's getting creepy because I'm just like rambling about random shit, and like it's oh god. I've been watching a lot of horror videos, and like this is not help. And like now that I'm alone in this, I'm alone in this Minecraft video. Like this shit reminds me of like, what was that video? It's like there's like a video where it's like a dude finds like a staircase that keeps going down and it's completely empty, and then like it leads to somewhere crazy, but it's like the beginning it was just an empty staircase, and it was like so creepy. Like, oh my god, this reminds me of that. And I'm like, oh god. It's like something. It's like I've been watching a lot of like liminal like horror videos, and it's like it's so fascinating. It's like a new thing I'm learning about, and I'm like, whoa, it's scary. I'm not an expert in it, so I don't really have much to say about it. But it's like it's a really fascinating. For me, it's a really fascinating sense of horror. But I'm going on a tangent. Um, it's fascinating in that like it's fascinating in the sense of like even the amount of critiques you want to take there's a whole it's artistic in a form or it's artistic in a way where you're deciding you the artist are deciding how much feedback you want to take. Like that's crazy, right? That's mind-blowing. I just realized that now and I'm like blowing my own mind. God, that's crazy. But it's so cool. Like, whoa, I can decide how much shit my work can take. That is a bad way to phrase it. You have the power to make cool stuff and control how the stuff is made. Where the result is good and bad, it doesn't matter. Because, like, there's never going to be a right answer. Every masterpiece is also a piece of shit, then. Because not everyone's going to love it, but not everyone's going to hate it. So it's kind of, let's go Iron. So it's like, well, now what? What's even the point? It's like, just make cool shit. It's fun. Because it's fun, dude. But yeah, that's my whole tangent about learning new skills and overthinking and critiques. I don't know what else there is to talk about. I really don't want to go up, but I do have Iron now. We don't need that. Where is... Okay, I got... You know, like, there's those horror videos that I keep watching online. It's like, what's gonna get me? It's like, you know, I'm just gonna keep going up the stairs. And I'm gonna keep going up the stairs. And I realize that there's gonna be no exit up the stairs. And I'm just walking up an endless staircase that I just created. And it's going to go endless and endless and endless. And I'm going to have no form of escape. I'm going to try to keep mining my way out. And I will not be lucky because my pickaxe will break. And it will be an infinite loop. And I'm going to keep going up and stairs. I'll try to go down and up and down. And eventually I'm going to starve to death in hardcore Minecraft because there's no way. Because, oh god, it's nighttime. Because like it's all like an endless staircase. Like, you know, when I was younger, I'd be like, that's so boring. I was like, I don't get it. But it's like, that's terrifying now that I've been watching these, like, horror videos and understand, again, context. Or, like, learning more about kind of, like, why that... Fuck off. Oh my god, fuck. Okay, I'm just like... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Don't do this to me, bud. I'm just like, I'm making myself scared for no reason at all. I'm like, bruh. Bro, why am I making how am I making myself scared? This isn't an analog horror. Jeez. Oh, fuck off. God damn it. Why am I scared now? What the hell? God damn it. Curse you, horror videos. You're scaring the hell out of me. But like, I don't know. It's like now I'm older and like kind of understand kind of that premise of like liminal horror. It's really interesting. Again, I'm not an expert, so I don't really have a lot to say because like I'll probably will say the wrong things about it because I'm not an expert at it. But it's like for me, from my personal experience, it's like there's something fascinating about like being. There's something fascinating about like being alone in a weird place that goes on and on and on forever, or like there's no escape, and there's like this sort of weird dread. Like there's no like the place and the environment you're in and the internal kind of conflict the character has is, you know, that's the true horror. It's not a jump scare monster, and that's what makes it so fascinating. It's like, wow, it's such a, I think why, at least for me, why I think part of why I think that kind of genre is very popular is because it's such a refreshing way of treating. Why did I meant to make a pickaxe? Life's greatest mistake. Well, I guess we're back in the mines. Do I really want to go back in the mines? It's daytime. We might as well, like, let's work on the house for a bit. Actually, no, I need spruce. So I do need an axe. So this is good. This is very smart of me. But it's a very, for me, having been only knowing like horror being like, oh, spooky monster, spooky jump scare and all that crap, it's very refreshing that it's like it's not just the jump scares. It's like, yeah, there's some liminal horror where it has the jump scare, but it's like it's more refreshing where it's like that's not the main point. The main point, it's like it's like the build up of the anticipation on steroids, and an environment and like a office building, I guess, where it's like, yeah. And like there's a part where it's like horrifying but fascinating. For me, it's like I love world building and I love exploration. There's just something about it where it's like you're seeing a new place, and like something about exploring something like there's like two medias I recently discovered. It was like, well, not okay. There's the back rooms, which I didn't recently discover. I've seen the videos like a couple years ago, and then there's another video I just recently discovered called Rudon's Plains. It's about a dude walking in a hallway, and it's so fascinating. Where it's like it's not about the monster, and sometimes it's about the monster, whatever. But it's like, okay, it's not. It's never about the monster. It's about the place. And it's so fascinating how those two projects really approach it in very different ways. Um, um, and like I just find it really, really, and really immersing myself in those medias and really kind of understanding the gravity of the horror, where it's not just scary monster, but like the actual kind of like, imagine if you were in that situation and that you're trapped there and you have a limited amount of food and a limited amount of water, and it's like being stuck in a freaking cave. Like it's that kind of horror, but like almost not surrealistic, lim limbo-esque, which fits the liminal. You know what I mean. Um, and so that it's so fascinating how like it's so fascinating to me how that works. And again, I'm not an expert and probably am saying things that are incorrect. So please dislike the video because I'm probably getting things wrong. But from my personal experience interpretation from these two medias, it's like it's really, really fascinating to me. And I just love that. Like I just love this stuff. And it's like it's really, I think uh my favorite part is kind of like and again, like check out those creators because like they're incredible. But like for me it's like it's really awesome to see very passionate independent creators kind of working on those things, because it's like holy crap, like it just makes me more passionate about my work and like makes me more motivated to get my own work kind of out there. And not just, not just the backrooms, not just Read on Plane, but a whole bunch of like, there's, I know they're like the indie YouTube horror is like taking off, where it's like there's like Iron Lung, Backrooms, and Obsession, and it's like it's really awesome seeing kind of whoa, holy crap, Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore. But there's something about these independent kind of creators making kind of a major change with kind of the today the current kind of like the current kind of like the current kind of type of work, or okay, basically like it's very refreshing to see independent creators kind of getting acknowledged and kind of having their work shown to a larger audience, because it's like these these creators, Markiplier, Kane Parsons, and Curry Baker, like they started off as like YouTubers making like little YouTube videos, but don't say little, it's like they're pretty cool YouTube videos, and now they got to make their own movies. Like, bro, that's so inspiring. It reminds me a lot of like kind of like the Blender movie, or the movie made from Blender, with like one small studio or one guy who made Flow. Which, okay, it's kind of embarrassing. I need to I haven't seen Flow or Obsession, and I need to watch those somehow. But I just have been so busy. But like apparently like Flow won the Oscars or something, beating I think it was like Disney's like Inside Out 2, and I was like, whoa, whoa, that's incredible. It's like one dude with Blender, and it's like, it's so inspiring. And I love kind of like, as like crap, we're as crap as like kind of like a lot of medias are. It's really fascinating to kind of see these passionate independent artists like kind of doing their own shit, and it's awesome. And I hope one day that I'll create something that I will love, and maybe no one will see it and everyone will hate it, and you know, that would be the worst case scenario. Will I hate myself for it? No, I don't think so. I think I am happy to at least try and make an attempt, and it's almost, Jesus Christ, I fell for. I really hope I can find my way back, because this is kind of a mistake. I just want to just walk around, get some spruce trees. Oh god, this is a mistake. This is a mistake. But anyway, it's like seeing these like independent creators like really kind of like do their own thing. It's incredible. I mean, I guess since we're talking about medias that inspire me, I can talk about that could be a problem. Before brain fart. Okay, we're gonna work with one sapling. We need to get back. This is bad. If I actually am dying, this is gonna be so embarrassing. But yeah, there's something about, oh, this is so pretty. Like, what the hell? There's something about, what am I talking about? Oh, that's right. Okay, if I made a passion project of mine, which I am working on, and I hope it goes well, but there's a chance it might not. It might never be seen. It might not even be like love. It might even be hated, and I hope it doesn't get hated, because that would suck. I would rather it not be seen at all than be hated. But you know, there's always a chance, and you know what? It's like you have to take that chance, because if not, if you don't try, then like what's even the point? Because for me, at least, for this type of project, it's like I want to share my stories, or these stories, to you know, the world. Yeah, I guess that's a bit cliche. I want to share them, because it's my personal experience kind of shown through like a narrative, or not part of it is that, but it's also, it's like I want to tell a really cool story that I really just want to tell a really cool story, and that's all there is to it. It's like, you know, there's other deeper and personal meanings, like, oh, like personal experience and whatever, but really it's like I just want to make cool stuff that people appreciate, or even better, be inspired, just like how, you know, Iron Lung Backrooms, and we can talk about other inspirations too, like Iron Lung Backrooms, Hollow Knight, Minecraft. There's so many I can list off, even like random YouTube videos. It's like there's so many inspiration, whether it's like independent or like, you know, larger medias. It's like whatever. It's like, it's something about like making a passionate project and then sharing it to, you know, am I going the right way? I might be fucked. It's gonna be a creeper. It's gonna blow me up, and it's gonna suck. Oh shit. Get home. Fuck you. No. I'm not done. I haven't made my point yet. No. I didn't make my point.